up, y'all? It's your girl Brandy Michelle coming at you with another review on College Hill Celebrity Edition. So before we get started, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe, and be sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss awesome content like this. So we are on episode 4 now. 1, 2, 3, what? 4, y'all. Here we go again. So episode 4 is, y'all, we need to talk about Ray. So when I saw this title, I don't know why, but I just felt like singing it. So y'all want to hear? Here it go. Y'all, we need to talk about Ray. Y'all, we need to talk about Ray. Y'all like that? I know y'all was feeling that. I know, you ain't got to say it. I can see your head, so. All right. So here we go. Episode 4. We start off, Dream is still pouting in the bathroom about what had happened last time. And what had happened was Dream was having a moment because she was all upset that she got an incomplete on a pop quiz, all because she didn't want to take off her gloves and yada yada. And so she was pouting in the bathroom, and that's what we pick off, her pouting in the bathroom. India leaves her in there, and that's where this episode started. So we cut back to biology class, and it's dissection day. Oh, I'm not ready, y'all. Y'all might be, but I'm not. I just can't do it. So bigfreedia and Nene are partnered up, and it was in that moment I realized that these two were the dynamic duo we never knew we needed. They were like the modern day Laverne and Shirley, like Lucy and Ethel, like Wilma and Betty, like peanut butter and jelly. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't know we needed them, but now that we have them, we need them to stay together. I'm seeing something more for them, kind of like a Nene and bigfreedia take on America. I mean, I can totally see it. It's right there all up in my head, and I see it, and I'm putting it out there. So, you know, if it ever happens, just give me my producer credit for giving y'all an idea, and you know, we'll be all good. So once Dream realizes that no one is going to run after her and coddle her during her little tantrum that she's having once she stormed out of class, she goes back to class because she doesn't want her grade to suffer. So that's why she's saying she returned, but I'm really feeling like she returned because no one fed into her antics, and they're just going to let her be. And they figure, well, if she want to do better, then she going to come up in here. Ain't nobody going after her. We got to focus on our own grade. She better get her butt in here. And so, yeah, that's why she came back. So she's still in her feelings when she does come back to the class. You can see the big old gloomy cloud just hanging over her head, kind of like the dark and colorful ones that they have in cartoons. You see a bolt of lightning and all that stuff getting ready to strike. Okay, you don't really see all this, but just her whole energy when she comes back is just like, ugh. So Lamar is just kind of like, you know, being his usual Lamar self, and she almost snaps at him talking about, you can get all this energy. Like, why you mad at Lamar? Like, what did he do to you? Be mad at yourself. All this right here is because of you. Like, you mad over incomplete. If you had just taken off the doggone gloves, washed your doggone hands, and picked up the doggone pen, then you wouldn't even be having an incomplete. You would have had the grade that you wanted. Girl, the fact that you really up here taking stuff out on everyone else, and you the reason why you in the position that you in, it's just so baffling to me. But I mean, the instructor. Yeah, y'all know what I meant. The instructor allows her to bring her work home and says that once it's completed, she'll still get her points. The instructor a good one, because after that whole little tantrum and storming out the class, I wouldn't have said nothing. That 10 out of 15 just would have stuck. It'd have been up and stuck. Straight like that. So back at the house, rayj left his glasses downstairs, and Lamar says he'll go get them, but he never moves because he's so wrapped up in his cell phone. Now, why would you sit up there and volunteer to go get something for somebody and then never ever move? Like, in that moment, I almost felt like I was looking at my child, because sometimes she could be on her phone, and if I say something to her, it's like I never said anything at all. And I mean, he was so wrapped up in that thing. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know if he was playing Roblox. I don't know if he was scrolling on the gram. I don't know if he was watching Blue's Clues. But whatever it was in that moment, he ain't hear nothing from nobody about nothing about nothing. So Reggie was still just sitting there just waiting and waiting and waiting. And he still ain't never moved. So Reggie just got up and got his things himself, which I kind of figured he should have just done in the first place anyway, since those were his glasses and all you was doing was sitting on your butt. All you had to do was get up and go get it. I mean, that was some cardio and some exercise for you, player. How you gonna get upset because somebody didn't get up and get your stuff? He ain't have to get up right then and there, even though he volunteered. But I mean, that was your stuff. If you wanted him so bad, get up and get your stuff. So when he did get up to get his glasses, Lamar was like, dang, where you going? Why you so impatient? He wasn't being impatient, baby. It took 95 hours. I mean, how long did you expect the man to wait? But okay. So we move forward and rayj misses another day of class because he's still going through what he going through when he going through what he going through. And he goes outside and he's just pondering over everything like, you know, there's so much going on and I don't really know if I can still do this school thing. And yeah, that's where we are with that right there. So everybody else goes to African American Studies class with Dr. Benson. So in class today, she has built a replica of an environment that an enslaved woman lived in for 7 years. And the thing is 9 feet wide, 7 feet across, 3 feet high. Basically, it's a little bitty spot. I guess it was in, I believe she said it was like an attic. And she stayed in there to be away from her captor. And just seeing that, like, oh my gosh, like the exercise, it put things into perspective for everybody, because they were really thinking like, dang, we in this big old house that sometimes we complain about the people that, you know, we're around. But that put things into perspective for me. Like, no matter what I'm dealing with, things, it'll never be that bad to be in that little bitty confined space and you up there with the heat and the bugs and the rats and just you, yourself and you. And it's like, man, our folks back then was strong. Like, they were strong because the stuff that they went through, I know it's a reason why I wasn't brought up back then, because I honestly don't think I would have made it. So once they get back to the house, Dream comes up with the idea of, let's write down anything and anybody that has hurt us. We're gonna forgive them, we're gonna burn it, and then we're gonna throw it in the water. Anything that you want to let go of, that's what we're gonna do. For some reason I thought like once you burned it, it was gonna turn into ashes. So the whole throwing it in the water part, I didn't really understand that part, because I figured once you burn it, it's gonna turn into ash. So what you gonna do, pick up the ashes and throw the ashes in the water? Why you can't just let it burn like Usher had told you to do? But I don't know. But I like the idea of the whole, you know, forgiving and letting go thing, because that can be really freeing. Like, you may not get that apology and things that you're seeking from whoever did you wrong, but the forgiving part, you know, that's to free you from holding on to that heaviness and that burden that's weighing you down and keeping you from where you want to be. Yeah, I just gave y'all that for free. Y'all like that? I know. So India is releasing negativity and self-doubt, because as we can see from the past couple episodes, that has really been plaguing her, and the fact that she's really, really hard on herself. So she wants to release that so she can try and be better. Big Freedia is releasing ex-manager Melvin. Now, I don't know who Melvin is, but Melvin just sounds like, he sounds like a little shiesty character. So whatever you did, Melvin, you show wrong for that, Melvin. And whatever you did, best believe when karma comes around to collect, baby, karma is coming for who? For you, Melvin. You sound like a little shady character, Melvin. Melvin. I got my eye on you. And Dream is releasing self-hate. You know, for her to say that she's releasing self-hate, the fact that she said that she used to hate herself, you know, it kind of explains why she was the way she was on that other show, when I said I wasn't really feeling her and I still felt the kind of way, the way they did that girl that was on that show with her. But if she hated herself the way she's saying that she did, and that's why she's releasing it and forgiving herself for hating herself, that explains her treatment of that girl. So I guess I can't really fault her for back then, because she wasn't in her right state of mind and she wasn't really whole, and she was just, dealing with her own stuff. But nah, I still feel the way. I ain't like how that treatment was. I ain't gonna give her no pass for that. But yeah, so they go ahead and they release that stuff and they have a bonding moment, and I thought that was real cute. So we fast forward to the biology final, honey, and so they get ready to go to school, and when Dream walks out, Sugar Daddy Thirst Bucket Latoya Luckett's ex, his eyes pop out his head, like those cartoon characters, they used to pop out their eyes back in the day, like in those old cartoons, and like their eyes would be like the hard eyes, and their tongue would be hanging all out on the ground, and their heart be pounding out their chest. Like, just imagine that's how he looked when Dream walked out in this outfit. Now don't get me wrong, the outfit was cute, but he was just taking it to like a whole nother level. Like, I mean, I just wanted to tell her, girl, watch out for that puddle, that big old puddle of drool while you walking, because I don't want you to slip on your way to school. So Dream goes into Ray's room yet again to try and wake him up and help him to get ready for school. At this point, I'm thinking sis needs to just be on his payroll, because this is very much giving me personal assistant, because she's always the one to have to try and get him up, even though we have alarms on our phone, and we can always set them when we know we need to get up and do things, because that's what grown-ups do. And I'm kind of wondering also, like, how all this time no one is really questioning what's going on with him just yet. Like, I mean, they kind of sort of see it, but it's like when Stacey rolled up acting like a little funky chicken straight out the gate, everybody was ready with their torches and pitchforks, and they were trying to see what her deal was, why she ain't want food with nobody. But here we have rayj, who's like really been around y'all and interacting with y'all and chilling with y'all and laughing and kiki with y'all and all that. And suddenly, he's like not the way he's been when he first came in the house, and he's real withdrawn and he's pulling away, and nobody is really like trying to see why he's acting like this. Nobody really notices the difference. Nobody's red alert alarm is going off yet. I mean, it's like so painfully obvious, like something is going on and nobody's really seeing it. I don't know. So they're ready to head out and go to school, and right when they're getting ready to head out the door, Lamar's talking about he can't find his phone. Somebody call my phone. I can't find my phone. So he and rayj end up staying home, and Big Freedia was like, yeah, we're just gonna leave Beavis and Butthead behind. Baby, that Beavis and Butthead reference, I remember that show. That was a little crazy show, and think about it now, I was a little too young to be watching that, but they were hilarious. Okay, enough about that. So they go ahead and leave them behind, and then they head to school. Now it's biology final time, and here's hoping I don't pass out, because I told y'all I don't do biology and the dissecting and the cutting and the slicing and the dicing and all that, and the guts and the blah. I ain't about that life. That's not my ministry. So for their final, they'll be performing an autopsy on a non-human subject. Pepper's little play cousin is about to be sliced and diced in all kind of ways, and I just can't, y'all. I can't, I won't, I shan't, and I ain't. So Slim had to leave and head out for his performance at the rodeo. Y'all still ain't telling me what songs he do. Like, I've been sitting here trying to figure out what song. The only song I know him from is the song he did with Beyonce, and I know he gotta have more songs than that. Does anybody know? I really don't feel like Googling. I'm not Nene. I'm not about that Google life. I need to know. Can somebody tell me a song so I can go see if it's a bop or not? Please, I need to know a song. Tell me. Okay, so he's getting ready to head out to go for his performance at the rodeo, but he's being allowed to finish his final later on. So, but that's because, he let the instructor know what was going on with him. He didn't just not show up like some other people who shall not be named, rayj. Yeah. So the dynamic duo of Big Freedia and Nene pair up for the final. Big Freedia will do the slicing and Nene will do the writing. It's a win-win in my book. So everyone is hard at work, and who comes creeping around the corner all of a sudden? Beavis and Butthead. So Miss Dale pulls rayj to the side, trying to figure out what's going on with him and why he didn't come to class. And he mentions his great aunt passing again. Now, at this point, I'm not trying to sound cold or mean. I'm really not, because I'm not that kind of person. But I hope he's not just milking this and using it like a crutch or an excuse. Because if I'm not mistaken, when his aunt passed, that was like the other day with his, when they were getting ready to do the business presentation. This biology thing is like a whole nother day. And if I'm not mistaken, maybe a couple days later. So I can understand still being hurt. But you're there for this experience. You're there to do the work and, you know, enjoy this opportunity. That's why you're there. So if you're not going to do what you're supposed to do, why are you there? This is what I'm not understanding. So Miss Dale is like, okay, well, why didn't you inform me? Why didn't you inform me? You know, kind of like Slim informed her that, you know, he had a performance to go to, which is why he had to dip out early in class. All she's saying is, why didn't you inform me and let me know something, instead of having me wondering like, dang, where rayj? Where he at? Why he not here? Oh, he think he too good to be up in here because he out there with his scooter bikes and his earbuds and his earplugs and his knick-knack paddywhack, give a dog a bone. He can't show up to class like everybody else. She ain't say all that, but I mean, I looked in her eyes and I could tell she kind of wanted to go off with the go off. But, you know, she was basically just saying, why didn't you inform me? And he's all, well, I didn't know I need to. You didn't know that you needed to tell your teacher that you weren't gonna be there? Okay, usually on a job, you know, if you're not gonna be there for whatever reason, you kind of contact your supervisor. And kind of like in college or whatever, like, you know, if stuff is going on, you kind of email the instructor so they, you know, they know you're not ghosting or whatever. I just kind of thought this was common sense, but apparently since isn't as common as I thought it was. And yeah, so he's all, well, I didn't know I needed to. And she's all, well, you know, it's an honor and privilege to be here, and there are other people who would love to be in your spot. And he's all, oh, well, no sorry for your loss. You don't offer no condolences. That's grimy. And he walks off, as he usually does when things don't go his way. So, you know, all this could have been avoided if you had just shot the woman an email. Like, you live with your phone in your hand. All you had to do was say, Miss Dale, I had death in my family. I won't be in class today. I just can't do it. And she probably would have worked with you. She probably would have sent you to work or whatever else you needed. But to just not say anything and then get mad when you're asked as to why you didn't show up. Like, sir, come on. So he finally goes to sit down and he's like, well, I could probably pass it anyway. And she's like, well, your aunt would probably want you to, you know, finish it, and she'll probably want you to do this. And then he says something smart per usual, and I just tuned him out because right about now he's starting to irk the one little nerve I got left. So fast forward, and everybody else is doing their final, and they have to open the skull and expose the I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep from gagging. They have to open the pig's skull and expose the brain. And Lamar's reaction was me all day. He was like, oh, this stink. Oh my goodness, I got a weak stomach. I can't do it. And when that brain fell out, I almost did the same thing. It was just, it looked like old raw ground beef. It was all gray and slimy looking and stuff, and now I feel like I want to puke, so I'm gonna move on. So while they were doing this part, like Big Freedia had been doing the thing, like cutting up every other part, but for some reason when they got to the brain part, Big Freedia broke down, because Big Freedia felt like for some reason they were hurting the pig, even though the pig wasn't alive anymore. So Big Freedia had a moment, and you know, Nene was like, that's okay. I don't want you to, you know, go through all this, like, all for a grade. Like, it's okay. Whatever happens, happens. So Dream tries to make up for walking out. And Miss Dale lets Dream know the other day was a test, and she was only, you know, extra hard on her because she's the most studious student in the class. So Dream is all hype and hoping that, you know, her doing well and showing up this time around won't affect her grade too bad. But we'll see. Okay, so we cut to Lamar and Slim outside of the house, and they're balling. Well, if you want to call it that, I mean, they shooting a basketball, but ain't nothing really going in. So they're talking and shooting and just shooting and talking. And Lamar shot about like 999 shots, but that 1,000th one, it finally went in because he said all he had to do was shake off that dust. But there was a lot of dust shaking going on. But once he did that, he finally started making shots. And I was like, okay, now I remember. That's what you used to do. You do this. Okay, I see you. So Nene had to go away for business. And I miss my big sis's energy already. But I mean, the bills got to get paid, so she had to go do what she had to do. So once she left, Big Freedia thought it'd be a good idea for everyone to go out and have some fun. So Big Freedia, Dream, and India head out for a day in H-Town. Now see, I'm not from here, but I think that's how they say it. H-Town in Houston. We'll just say that. They go out for a fun day in Houston. How about that? Okay, so Slim tries to get the guys together. He like, well, the girls are going out, so we gonna go out too. So he goes in there by rayj, and rayj is knocked out. He don't know what's going on. He don't hear nothing. He don't see nothing. He don't feel nothing. So it's looking like it's just gonna be Slim and Lamar hanging out. They go to a place called 13. Now I done been here almost 17 years, and I ain't never heard no 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. But it looked like a really nice spot, and I think I might want to go there. I think. Maybe. But it got a lot of people in there, and I don't do people. But maybe I can go right when they first open it and eat what I want to eat, and then hurry up and head out before the other humans come. I think I might just do that. So Slim and Lamar start talking about Ray. And Slim is like, man, I sure hope, you know, I don't really know what's going on with Ray. It seems like he have like a lot going on, and I just hope he can get it together. And Lamar is like, well, he'll be all right. You know, all he got to do is just be on time. And Slim was like, but he don't be on time. And Lamar was like, well, all he got to do is show up. And Slim was like, but he don't even show up. It's like Slim and Lamar are kind of like on two different planets. It's like Slim is like in the real world, and Lamar is like somewhere that's not Earth. So he's not really seeing what's going on. But I mean, Lamar's heart is in a good place because, you know, he really feels like Ray can get it together. And I'm hoping Ray can get it together. But I mean, we gonna see if Ray's gonna get it together. So Big Freedia is asking, just paraphrasing, you know, he's asking the girls, like, how are you feeling about this experience? You know, are you learning anything from this experience? And India expresses that it's helping her with her self-doubt, and it's helping her to identify things that were there before and the stumbling blocks that, you know, were in her life. She feels like a lot of the walls are coming down and she's coming into her own. And I'm definitely seeing the growth within her just in these last few episodes, and I'm loving this transformation, and I'm really hopeful that she will really grow into a better person once this whole experience is over. And Dream feels like, you know, with her being in school, that she can overcome anything. So, you know, they bond, they cheers, and then we move on. So now the finals are over and everything, and now it's grade time. So they're about to get their grades from African American studies as well as biology. So biology grades are first, and I'm just excited to see what these grades about to be, because yeah, I just want to see what these grades are. So in biology, Nene gets an A+. I mean, hello, she had Dr. Big Freedia as a partner. Like, what did you think she was going to have? Of course, she was going to have an A+. So Big Freedia got an A+ as well. Lamar got a C+. Yeah, this C stuff is starting to look like a this is an ongoing pattern, but then again, C is passing, C is average, and Lamar is okay with his C's because it means, you know, he's not failing. So again, if he's happy, I'm happy. India got an A plus. Now, girl, look at you. You be up here so hard on yourself and doubting yourself, and look at you pulling out them A's. Let me find out. Let me find out you just laying in the cut and you know good and well you really smart, but you won't keep it on the low. Girl, you better go with yourself. Dream got an A plus. I don't know, but I guess maybe that's why I'm not an instructor. But honestly, truthfully, for real though, after her little tantrum, I'd have given her a B just to, you know, knock her down a couple pegs, because that whole little tantrum thing and getting all upset was kind of unnecessary, and she definitely would have lost some points for that. But hey, then again, I'm not Miss Dell, that's not my class, and that was her grade. She got an A, so go you. Slim got an incomplete, which he already knew was going to happen because he had to leave, but he says that he'll make it up, and he better make it up, because if he don't make it up, well, I guess he just won't make it up, because they ain't got nothing to do with me. So rayj gets a C, and what does he do when he gets that C? He gets mad again. Are we surprised? Because we shouldn't be. This is what he does. He creates these problems, and then when things like this occur, he gets upset. Sir, you weren't there. You weren't there to do the work. You probably didn't really deserve a C. You probably deserved an F. And you're upset because you got a passing grade even though you weren't there to do the work the day before. Instead of being thankful that your teacher gave you a C. And she didn't even have to do that. Ooh, baby. The audacity for me. So next up are the grades for African American Studies. Nene gets a B minus. Oh, as far as African American Studies, they haven't really done any like projects or taken any tests, but their grades mainly come from participation and showing up. So keep that in mind. Nene gets a B minus. Bigfreedia gets a B plus. Lamar Odom, guess what he got? Take a guess. Come on, y'all. Y'all smart. Y'all can figure it out. He got a C. But it wasn't a C plus this time. It was a C minus. I wonder why he got a C minus. Like, did the teacher see him scratching? And that's why she gave him a C minus instead of a C plus? Did he dig in his nose and put whatever he pulled out on his desk? Like, I don't know why he got a C minus, but he got a C minus. India got a B plus. Dream got a B. And this girl got mad over a B. Like, bruh, you got mad over a B. A B. Not a C or a D, but a B. A B is extremely good. A B is extremely great. A B is a wonderful mark to have. Why are you pouting over a B? I'm going to email her because I don't understand why I got a B. If I were Dr. Benson and you emailed me about a B, I would block you. I would block your email. I would come to that house, take your phone, and block all of my contacts from your phone for even bothering me to ask me about a B. Girl, you gonna question me about a B? If you don't take your B and go sit down somewhere. Slim gets a B. rayj gets a D. So you know it's about to be World War 75. He wasn't even in the room when they did the grades. He was outside with Lamar, and that's how he found out about his D. And now he's thinking that everybody has it out for him. He thinks everybody at the school, they just got a target on rayj. They just coming for rayj because they don't like rayj. They don't like his music. They don't like the stuff that he does. They don't like his shows. They don't like his products. They don't like his face. They don't like his waves. Okay, I'm being extra. But he just really feels that he's the number one enemy. Like, but baby, these people don't have it out for you. You have it out for yourself. You your own biggest enemy, because all you have to do is show up. All you have to do is participate. All you have to do is do the work. How do you expect them to give you a grade that you haven't earned. You're not even there to apply yourself and do what you're supposed to do. And you getting mad because you're getting the grades that you actually deserve. Like, oh my gosh, how dare they give me a D when I haven't done any work? How dare they give me a grade that I have rightfully earned? I am appalled. Boy, stop it. So he's like, really? When I say deep in his feelings, he is like deep in his feelings. Okay. So Big Freedia is just trying to encourage him and is like, you know, it's only midterm. We still got 2 weeks left. You can still turn this around. And rayj is just a negative Nancy. He is just like, nope. I can't do nothing about it. I'm a failure. I'm a fail. I can't do this. Nope, I can't turn this around. But I mean, if you done lock that in your mind that you can't turn it around, then you doggone right you're not going to turn it around. Because your mind is a very powerful tool. And whatever you feed it, that's what's going to come to fruition. So if you're constantly going to put negativity in there and say what you can't do, then you're absolutely right, my dear. You will not do it. But if you put it in your mind that, yeah, I'm going to do it. Okay, I might have messed up a little bit. I might have, been knocked off my game because of everything that's going on. But you know what? I signed up for this. I'm going to stick with this. And I'm going to knock this out the park these last 2 weeks. It's all about your mind. You change your mind, you change your life. That was another free nugget. Y'all like that? You can take that and apply it to yourself too. Free of charge. But yeah, Freedia's just trying to talk some sense into him. And he is just not hearing it whatsoever. Like, basically what Big Freedia is just saying, like, the biggest part about school is showing up. It's not that you're not smart, because you're smart. If you need help with the work, we can help you. But if you really apply yourself, you'll probably do better than all of us. But the only way you can show out is if you show up. Baby, that'll preach right there. If you don't show up, you can't show out. That fed my spirit, that lifted my soul, that hit my heart, and I love it. But like I said, rayj still wasn't hearing that. He wasn't trying to hear that. He walked off talking about he quit. He was done. He was out of there. He ain't want to hear no more. He couldn't do it. Isn't that, let's just talk for a second. Isn't it really, really draining and really, really upsetting and annoying and irritating when you really sit up there and you try to talk to somebody and really, really encourage them and give them the positive strokes that they need to kind of pull them out of something? And no matter how long you sit there and deplete yourself of your energy and your time that you cannot get back, their mind is already made up, and they still be like, yeah, nah, whatever, I'm gonna still do what I want to. Don't you just want to shake some sense into them? Like, just grab them by the shoulders and be like, la, 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 la. But yeah, so he walks off and he's talking about he quit. He can't do it no more. So we find him, it looks like a bathroom. I guess he's in a bathroom. And yeah, it looks like that might be a bathroom. And India walks in there. She knocks on the door to go see about him. And she goes in there to talk to him. And she's just saying, you can't give up. You got to keep going. And, you've been there for me when I've had my down moments. And you just got to hang in there. You got to stick in there. This is just a moment. You can really grow from this. I'm just paraphrasing. But I was really proud to see her step up and be there for someone else and give them the positivity and pour into them what they needed right at that moment, even though they didn't really get it and they weren't really accepting or receiving of what they were getting. But she was really, trying to lift his spirits and help him feel better. And she was saying, your kids can see you going to college. He's like, what? My kids can see me fail. My kids can see me being a failure. Like, I guess in that moment, he wasn't really trying to hear nobody. But she was really trying her best to, make him feel a little better. And I give her props for even going to see about him and try to, lift his spirits a little bit. So, even Freedia and Lamar continue to try to talk to, Ray, and he's just, like I said, he's over it. So, I told y'all might have been the last review. I think rayj gonna quit. Even though he's good for TV and everything like that, I really think, and I think it's deeper than what we think. I don't think this is for TV. Like, I know his aunt passed and that hurt him. I know he's going through stuff for like Princess, but it's like, this really seems like it's some deep stuff he's dealing with. And instead of him opening up to try and you know, release some of that and get a little bit of relief, he's holding it all in, which is like really, really bad, and it's making it worse. And then we see like the previews for the next episode. He's gonna leave, but he done packed up everything but the kitchen sink because he's going to, you know, be with family. But from the looks of it, I don't think he gonna come back. So I just want, you know, this episode, it was really good. It was good to see them, you know, getting their grades and everything, and they're really doing the work, and they're, you know, putting forth the effort and really immersing themselves in this experience. It was good to see Miss Dale like really put her foot down when it came to them and just let them know, like, okay, you may be who you are, but there are still rules and things that you need to follow up in here. And I was like, yes, Miss Dale, you get your point across. You know, y'all ain't gonna come up in here playing around. I don't care who you be, okay? And let's see the other highlights. I found 2 new Houston spots I want to go check out, and I'm gonna definitely go check them out. But yeah, this episode was really cool. And I can't wait for the next one, because it looks like they're gonna have some rodeo fun. And like I said, we about to see if rayj really about to leave, or if he's gonna just, I don't know, but we gonna find out. So that is it for this recap review of episode 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are halfway through the season. If I'm not mistaken, it's gonna be like 8 episodes, and I'm gonna be sad when it's over, when they graduate. I'm probably gonna cry, but maybe not, but I maybe am, because, you know, even though I'm gangsta, I got a little heart deep down somewhere in there. And yeah, so that's it for this recap review, and I just want to thank y'all for watching. And if you like this, then make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what's your thoughts on this episode. Let me know, y'all think rayj gonna leave, or you think he gonna leave and come back? Do you think all of them are gonna graduate? Do you think Slim is actually going to finish his biology final? Do you think, oh, that's a question that was asked. I forgot to mention that when Freedia and Dream and India were out, the question was raised, do you have a crush on anybody in the house? Dream kind of smirked, you like, nah. Do you think, so this is the question I'm gonna ask y'all, do y'all think anybody in the house has a crush on anybody else in the house? What you think about that? Yeah, let me know in the comments. So yeah, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss other uploads like this one. And thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. All right, peace. Oh snap, crackle pop, I almost forgot. Y'all like this shirt that I'm rocking today? Loving the melanin I'm dwelling in? Yeah, I know y'all liking this. So if you like this shirt and you want it in real life, like in real life, you can order it from my merch store. This is a picture of what it looks like in real life. Isn't it cute? You can get it in a variety of colors. It's available in different styles, and I'll even give you all the code because you watch my review, so you're gonna get a discount because, like I said, you watched it. So yes for the discount, yes for the dope shirt. You can check this one out and all of my other designs. I will leave the link in the description box. And yeah, so again, if you want to get this, you can order it. And I'm gonna go ahead and leave now because now this is cringy. So yeah, okay, I'll catch y'all next time. All right, peace.